Okay, guys. So we're going to do the activity 1.3.2 on PLTW. All right. This is making holes in CAD. So the part we're going to do is we're just going to recreate this image. So to do that, I need to start by making a 3-inch tall block that's 2 inches thick. And then we're going to make this top 5 inches. It doesn't give us dimensions, so we're going to take some liberties there. So I'm going to sketch on the front screen, and I'm just going to do a rectangle. I'm going to constrain it to the center. So the length of the bottom, we said that should be 5. The height of it, we said should be 3. Finish my sketch, go back to an isometric view, extrude it to 2 inches. And that gives us our main block on the front view. That's important. Okay, so making holes. So recreating this, I'm going to start with just a simple through hole. So to make it, the first thing I have to do, I'm going to go to the top. I need to sketch. Now, making the sketch right here, if I select this, which is the top plane, that's going to be wrong. I have to sketch it on top of my figure. So if I look on the sketch plane, it says face of extrude 1. That's what I need to sketch on. So to make a hole, I'm going to select a point, and I'm just going to place it about right there. Right? Now, in our directions here, it says that the center of all these points are 1 inch away from this top edge. So I'm going to grab my dimension tool, click on the point, click on the top edge, and then just drag off to the left and change that to 1. So that point is 1 inch from the top. I don't care left and right, just kind of place it about that far from the edge and finish your sketch. So making holes. Right here along this line, we're going to select the hole tool. Looks like this. All right. And when I look at it, okay, here, I know that one's a counterbore. That one's a countersink. This one doesn't have any direction. So it's just a simple hole. So instead of counterbore, change that to simple. It says that it goes all the way through. So simple through hole. And it needs to be diameter 0.5 inches. So make that 0.5 inches. We're good. Now in blue, we have to make the selection. Sketch point to place holes. No hole point selected. So that point we just placed, I click it, and now it turns it into a hole with a 1/2 inch diameter. Okay, well, let's go to the second one. The second one, it's a counterbore. It goes down 2 inches. Now, if we look, the entire block's 3 inches. So if I go down 2 inches, it should stop about right here. It's got the counterbore, which is just a squared out spot for the screw head to place. So sketch, top plane, make sure face of extrude 1. Place our point. I'm going to go about right here. Dimension it. Select the point. Top edge should be 1 inch away. Finish our sketch. Select the hole. Okay. Now, in this case, it's a counterbore. So I'm going to go simple counterbore. Okay. It's a blind hole because it doesn't go all the way through. This is a through hole, through hole. These two are blind holes. So change through to blind. Okay. And then you have to pay attention to these pictures. Okay. Let's start with just the main hole. The main hole has a diameter of 0.375. So this right here, 0.375. Well, that's the diameter of the counterbore. That's the diameter of the hole. So I'm going to change this to 0.375. All right, then your hole goes to a depth of 2 inches. So the up and down. Now this one, it's the shorter arrows. That's the depth of the counterbore. This one's the depth of the entire hole. So I've got to change it to 2. Okay. The next one, our counterbore, its diameter is 0.75. So the counterbore, 0.75. And then it goes at a depth of 0.5. Change this to 0.5. Now in blue, sketch point. So that point should have a hole. Okay. The third one, create a sketch. Top plane. So it says face of extrude 1. Place a point. We'll go about right there. Separate it from the edge. 1 inch. Okay. Create a hole using that point. All right. And then our third hole, follow this line. It's a countersink. All right. Doesn't go all the way through, so it's a blind countersink. So change this to countersink, blind. We're good. Okay. So looking at the actual hole has a depth of, or a diameter of 0.25. So the hole diameter, so from edge to edge of the hole, change that to 0.25. Goes down 2.25 inches. So the depth of the hole is this one right here. Change that to 2.25. The countersink has a diameter of 1. So the countersink diameter here is 1 inch, good. 82 degrees. So the angle of those slopes are going to be 82 degrees. So there is that hole. Now, over here, I'm going to rename this part. Making holes in Onshape. All right. And there is one more hole to be made. So you're going to recreate this hole. So if you need to pause this video, do that. Make this hole. I'm not going to do that one for you, but make that hole just right in here. Okay. Now, our objective is to recreate this picture. So if I go create drawing, all right, select your template. Okay. We're going to end up with something like this, just so I can walk through it with you. So we should insert your part. Okay, so this is the part. This is the one we just created, but it's missing that last hole. So I'm going to select this one. Okay, and before I actually click, I'm going to come over here. Yours probably says 1:2, but that's really small. So I'm going to change this scale to either 1:1, or in this case, I'm going to go 1:1.5. Okay, and that makes it a pretty good size. I'm going to place my bottom one about right here. Okay, and then in the projected view, I'm going to place this one up top. Hit escape. Now this bottom block, now that I have nothing selected because I hit escape, I'm going to do right click on that bottom figure, show hidden lines. So that shows me the holes right there. And we're going to do some hole callouts. Okay, now yours, you may not see this feature right here. If I zoom in enough, okay, mine disappeared too. But if I hit this drop down on the ordinate dimensions, there is my hole call out. And then all you have to do is select the edge of one of the holes and drag it off. Make sure it stays on the sheet. Don't select an edge and drag off like this. Okay, we don't want that. Okay, so I'm just going to drag this one back into place. And there we go. Okay, now in this picture, they've also got that this side is 2 inches and that centers are at 1 inch. This is 3. So I'm going to select my dimension tool, this edge, 2 inches, the center to right there, 1 inch, and then this edge is 3. So it's all dimensioned. The part, all right, yours will probably say making holes with Onshape, my drawing name. Down here, yours should say drawing 1, right click, rename, and change it to MVD hole block. Okay, and then it updates all of the other stuff for you. Okay, so this is what we're looking for your submission. Submit that on with Onshape. Make sure you have your hole call outs, the sides dimensioned, and the shown hidden lines. Do that, and that's it. Have a great day.